Okay, finally got the gear out here, so we're about to get into the really exciting stuff. But we got to go over a couple more things, so we're not going to quite yet dive into the DJ gear. In this lesson, we're going to talk about some gear overview and things that you're going to need to record this, and then how we're going to hook it all up, basically, so that you don't have to worry about anything. So to get started, as you can see, we have a standard CDJ setup here. We have two Pioneer CDJ 2000 Nexus S2s, and we have a DJM 900 Nexus S2 mixer. From here, pretty standard hookup. They have RCAs that go into the mixer, and then we're going to basically use the main outputs of the mixer, which are two XLR outputs, to go into our interface. So we're going to need Logic, because obviously you're here for Logic, and we're going to need an interface to record into the laptop. The new Macs actually don't have really a physical in unless you buy some sort of adapter, which would probably be mono, or you have to get an external sound card or an interface to capture your audio. So I'm going to show you guys what I have here. This is my personal interface, is the SSL 2 Plus USB interface, which is very simple, straightforward. It's just USB-C to USB-C into my laptop, and doesn't require power. This option has a lot of different outputs, which is the 2 Plus model. There is another model that is below this one, which is just over $200, which is just really straightforward and simple. You can plug in 2 channels, you have 2 outputs, headphones, main volume, and that's it. This one has a couple more options because I need some more outputs for what I'm doing, so I have more outputs for that. But basically, that's about it. Straightforward. There's a cool little 4K button function on here, which adds a little EQ boost, which can be really nice when you're recording vocals and things like that. But since we're going to be recording the CDJs, we want everything pretty much as flat as possible. So we send the truest audio tone from the mixer to the interface. But we're going to need this sound card to capture the audio. So from there, we have the laptop, which of course has Logic in it. And I have just a blank session opened up here with just a 2-track channel, stereo channel, that we're gonna plug everything in and send signal to and test it out. So real quick, I'm gonna basically use these XLR cables here to connect the CDJ mixers, or the mixer I should just call it, to the interface, and get that going. Better to use these nice fat cables. They'll send a little bit fuller sound. I mean, it's not really gonna make the biggest difference in the world, but it's gonna be better than using an RCA cable into a headphone jack, something really thin and flimsy. If you're using all this nice gear, you may as well get the best sound to transfer over. So really important that you do that. So you have your CDJs connected. We have RCAs going into the mixer. We have our XLR outputs going into the interface. Then we have our interface going into the laptop. And let's just double check here. We got some signal. It should be plugged in and going. And there you go. So we got a little sound. This is definitely a quick one, but in our next lesson, we're going to go over the gain staging and the actual recording part of it so we can dive right into the more exciting stuff. I'll catch you in a bit.